I drove into Dale, Wisconsin, and saw an approaching diverge signal on the southern end of Anton siding. I moved to the north end of Anton to set up the camera and heard a southbound train crossing a defect detector about 2 miles north of my spot. Within minutes, CN 2585, a C44-9W, and CN 2036, a C40-8, arrived with intermodal double stacks. As the intermodal train arrived, I heard a second train stop in the passing track of Anton siding. I expected the northbound train in the siding to leave, but the southbound signal displayed an approach and eventually a clear. Sure enough, a second southbound train rolled over the defect detector about 14 miles north of Anton, meaning the northbound would have to wait even longer to depart. About 20 minutes later, a second southbound intermodal train arrived, led by CN 2270, an ES44 DC, and CN 2196, a C40-8W. After the last container train passed, the crossing gates went down suddenly. I didn't hear the northbound in the siding throttling up, so I thought this was just a test being done by the maintenance trucks around Anton. A couple minutes later, 3 maintenance of way vehicles went northbound en route to conduct track work in Weywauwega. The second vehicle caught my eye as he'd still displayed the Wisconsin Central Herald. Lunchtime was approaching, so I left Anton, but I did get a couple pictures of CN3827 in ES44AC and CN3203 in ET44AC parked with a grain train in the siding, unsure of when he'd be able to leave. After the action at Anton, I picked up one of my railfan friends and we headed to my favorite spot, Medina Junction, Wisconsin. There's a lot of history at this place that is known by very few. It would require a whole video to tell the story of this place. My friend also posts railfan YouTube videos, and you can check them out on his channel, Cole Train. I'll post the link in the description below.
Once occupying, you also have authority for that sub-move southward direction between Neenah North and Neenah South.
With a clear northbound signal and plenty of radio chatter, it was only a couple minutes before ET44AC's CN3109 and CN3150 arrived at the long consist of auto racks. CN3150 was a real treat as he was wearing the brand new CN100 year anniversary paint scheme. Although it's nowhere near the heritage fleet of some railroads, I guess it's better than nothing. After the action at Medina Junction, we hit a 2-hour lull in rail traffic with nothing on the scanner. Right as we were approaching Neenah, Wisconsin, we saw a northbound grain train highballing under Highway 10. The defect detector said the train was going 50 miles an hour. We turned around and drove past Weywauwega to a new spot at Reek Road. Thankfully, there was a 10-mile-an-hour slow order in Weouwega for track work being done that day by those maintenance away vehicles we saw earlier at Anton siding. Eventually, ES44AC's CN2892 and CN3816, along with CN5662 and SD75I, and the only EMD locomotive that we saw all day, met us at the end of the Weywauwega siding, leading a grain train northbound to Stevens Point. Thank you for joining us today on our Railfan journey. If you liked what you saw, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time, this is DWCX Railroad Films and Cold Train at milepost 215.6. Out.